सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ Please repeat after me. ॐ विश्वं विष्णुर्वषट्कारो भूतभव्यभवत्प्रभुः भूतकृत् भूतभृद्भावो भूतात्मा भूतभावनः. That was the first shloka of Vishnu Sahasranamam, and we saw that this particular shloka itself has 9 namas, and of the 9 namas in the previous class we saw 7 namas. We have with the previous class we completed up to 7 namas. Just to remind you of the namas, the first nama was Vishwam, second nama was Vishnu, third was Vashatkaraha, the fourth nama was Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu, the fifth was Bhuta Krit, sixth being Bhuta Brith, and the seventh is Bhavaha. This is where we were seeing in the previous class, and we stopped there. And we said we will continue on this in the next class. Bhavaha means existence. Now tell me, how would you define existence? You have to tell me what existence means. Any volunteer who can define existence?
It's been a material cause.
Oh, Parvati ji, wow. No, just define what existence is.
Living.
Kashi ji? Ji? That which you can feel is existence. Any other definition? Presence is existence. What is there is existence. Wonderful. Presence is existence. What is existence. And the definition given by Shastram for existence is Trikale api yat tishtati tat sat. Sat means existence. And one of the texts beautifully named Tattva Bodha, written by one of the Shankaracharyas of the Kanchi Mat, which is believed to be the work of one of the Shankaracharyas of Kanchi Mat. The definition says, it is Trikale api yat tishtati, meaning that which was, which is, and which will be. Now this is a pot, okay, and before being a pot it was clay, right? Before being clay it was mud, right? Before mud it was, could have been a stone. Before stone it was a rock. Before the rock it should have been a mountain, right? So when it was mountain, we would have said it is mountain, then it is rock, it is stone, it is mud, it is clay, now it is pot. Right? Tomorrow it will again become clay. Right? So, though the words have been changing from pot to clay to mud to stone to rock and to mountain, though the words change and correspondingly the object outside, the name and form keeps changing accordingly, what was that which did not change in all these stages that we just saw? The stage of mountain, in the stage of rock, in the stage of stone, in the stage of mud, clay or pot. What was that which did not change at all? It was is that did not change. This is what Shastram defines. Trikale api. In all the three stages, even in the third stage, the future stage, what doesn't change is. That is why we saw the 5 points of consciousness, the existence in the previous class. That is, I think that is where we stopped also, right? So, when we say what is existence and when we have to explain further on what existence is, Shastra comes to our help in explaining and understanding what existence is. It is all these things, all these 5 points are not given anywhere but are strewn all over in the Shastram, and we have one of the Acharyas, Purvacharyas has just gathered everything and given in the form of the 5 points. First point is, existence is not a part, product or property of any object. Be it any object, existence is not a part, product or property, because if it was a part, product or property, it will also undergo change along with the product, right? But it never underwent any change along with the product. Then what was it? That is point number 2. It pervades the object. It pervades every object, and it is because of which every object is. So, existence pervades every object, and it is because of existence that every object itself exists. The third point is, therefore, since it pervades the object and it is there, it is not a part of the object also, it is not bound by, existence is not bound by the boundaries of the object. And the fourth point, because it is not bound by the boundaries of the object, existence continues to exist even after the object is destroyed. Even after the object goes out of existence. Object may go out of existence, but existence doesn't go out of existence. In fact, this is one of, we saw that this is one of the terse parts of Shastram to understand, because we have always understood existence as an adjective to a thing. We say this is an existent pot, the existent fan, the existent light, right? The non-existent elephant in the room. That also we say only because we know, we have experienced the existence of elephant, right? That is why we are able to say this. Anyway, so here Shastram tells existence is not the adjective of any object. Existence itself is the vastu, the noun. And the last, fifth point is, the pure existence can never be experienced separately. Okay, you say this is a pot and this is a small plate. Okay. So pot is, plate is, and we say existence is not limited to the boundary of the object. Therefore, it extends even beyond the object. In between, what is there? How do I say existence? There is some breeze here, so I will say air is, space is, right? So existence in its purest form without an object is not experienceable. Just like light, our eyes are not capable of experiencing pure light, even according to science. There has to be an object for the light to manifest and for us to experience light. In the same way, similar to light, existence cannot be experienced in its purest form. It has to be along with an object which falls under the field of our five senses for us to experience it. So this is existence. Therefore, existence is infinite, right? And our Shastram goes further to say that similar to existence, the I, the consciousness is also infinite, similar to existence. How do we say? Just like we saw from mountain to pot, the story of this pot, the history of this pot from being a mountain to being a pot now. Similarly, the I that is there now, what was it before? Okay, I was a baby, then I was a boy or a girl, and then I was a youth, and then I was middle age, and then I am old, right? So in all these stages of life, the appearance, the name, form definitely, the name did not change, however, form underwent a lot of changes, right? Hair has gone grey, and then hair has now been colored, and a lot of wrinkles on the face. The strength has come down, right? The energy levels have dropped, and the joints are, the strength has gone in the joints. So there are a lot of changes. But as a baby, maybe I did not recognize myself, but right from the time I had the recognition of myself, from that time I have been saying I am, I am, I am, I am. In and through all the stages of my life, though my form kept changing, though I was not the same personality, not just in the physical body, the emotional quotient, the intellectual quotient, the memory, and all the other strengths and faculties have undergone a change, right? But throughout, what did not change was I am, I am, I am, I am. I never changed. That I, the consciousness, again we saw, can be explained, can be understood using the same 5 points. Consciousness is not a part, product, or property of this body. It pervades and enlivens this body. Though it pervades and enlivens this body, it is not limited by the boundaries of this body. Because it is not bounded by the limitations of this body, it continues to exist even after the body is gone. And the surviving consciousness cannot be experienced in its purest form. All right. So, again, consciousness has to be infinite. And now we have arrived at two infinites. Okay. One existence that is infinite, one consciousness that is infinite. And we know that that which is infinite can only be one. There cannot be two infinites. Why there cannot be? Because one infinite will limit the other. Where one limits the other, it cannot be infinite, it has to be finite. Therefore, existence and consciousness is one and the same. Sat eva chit, chit eva sat. I am. I am the existence consciousness principle. This is what is the vision of Shastra. This is what Shastram wants to teach. This purest form of existence is Bhavaha, is the name of Bhagavan Vishnu. That is his original nature, which is my original nature too. Bhavaha. That is the 7th nama. The 8th nama is Bhutatma. Bhutatma. Bhutanam Atma. Antaryami ityartha. He is the Antaryami. He is in the form of all the bhutas and the Atma, the indweller of all the bhutas. Bhutas mean all the things and beings that are there in the Srishti. All things and all beings in the Srishti. It is him who is in the form of all the things and beings and who is the indweller of all the things in all the beings. Bhagavan Krishna, he says, Kshetrajnam chapimam viddhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Hey Arjuna, understand that it is only I who indwells in every body. I am the I in every person, in every being. When you say I, when each and every one of you say I, that I is me. That is what he says. And once again, this he says in the 13th chapter, and once again in the 18th chapter he says, Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddeshe Arjuna tishtati. Where do I indwell? I indwell every being, and when I say I indwell you also, Arjuna, how do you recognize me? Where do you recognize me in you? I dwell in your Hridaya Akasha, in the Dahara Akasha, as it is called. This, the space that is there in the heart, it is supposed to be a thumb size space in the heart, and that is supposed to be the locus of Chaitanyam, where you say I. No, that is supposed to be the locus of Chaitanyam, as the Shastram reveals. And this Dahara Akasha, the other name for this space is Saketa. And Saketa is the name of, another name or the ancient name of Ayodhya. That is why Rama is also referred to as Saketa Rama. And there is a bhajan that says, Dahara Ayodhya Nagara Vihari. He is the indweller of my heart, meaning he is the very self that I am. Bhutatma, he is the indweller. He is the I in every being. Every person you talk to, every person you deal, you transact with, you communicate, you relate with, you love, even every person you hate. Every person you want to meet, every person you want to run away from. Every person, just every person, Bhagavan says, it is me and me alone. It is Ishvara. Just the name and form is different, but that he is Ishvara, whether I like him or not, that does not change the fact. There is a very beautiful bhajan in Hindi, that says, Har desh mein tu, har vesh mein tu, tera naam anek, tu ek hi hai. Very beautiful bhajan. No, har desh mein tu, you are in every place. Har vesh mein tu, you are in every form. It is you who is in every form. Tera naam anek, you may be called with different names because the form is different. But you are one. You are the all-pervading existence consciousness principle, that which is non-different from the I, the self. Bhutatma. This is the 8th nama. And the 9th nama, the last nama of this first shloka. Bhuta bhavanaha. Bhuta bhavanaha. Meaning, he is the creator and the sustainer of all things. And Bhagavan visualized, we saw in one of the classes that many Upanishads talk about the Srishti Prakaranam, and when it reveals the Srishti Prakaranam, it talks of how the Srishti evolved. And there are a few Upanishads that says Bhagavan visualized, and then because even before making anything, before creating anything, the person who is the creator, before creating the pot, the one who created something like this should have visualized how he wanted this output to be. The person, you see the asana that I am sitting, it's very artistic. Okay? The carpenter should have visualized this design before he created this. Right? So anything that is created is first visualized and then it comes or it is brought to existence. Right? It is created. Taittiriya Upanishad says, So kamayata bahusyam prajayeti. So first he visualized. Bhagavan is the architect of this entire universe, of this entire creation. And then he is the karta of this creation. He is the creator. Therefore, he is the karta. He is the karta, all right. Who is the karaita? Karaita meaning who made Bhagavan create this Srishti? Who is his boss? Who makes Bhagavan work like this? Oh my God, how many creations in this Srishti? What a variety. And everything has an intelligence behind. Such a wonder every part of this Srishti is. And who made Bhagavan work so sincerely and so committedly? Because of whom Bhagavan is doing all this work? Bhagavan is not doing because there is somebody who is making him do. There is no Karaita. If at all there is a Karaita, that is also Bhagavan. He is called Isha. Isha means he is the Lord. He is also called Anishaha. Anishaha means he who does not have a Lord for himself. He who is not overlorded by somebody else. He is the ultimate God. And as Brahma, he created this Srishti, and as Vishnu Bhagavan, he took over the rule of sustaining this Srishti. He is both the creator and the sustainer of this Srishti. You know, a mother these days who gives birth to a child may need a babysitter. Right? She may not be able to do it all by herself. These days, even to bring a baby, you take assistance. Right? You have celebrities who surrogate and take assistance for bringing the baby. Okay, that we are not talking about that extreme thing. Normally, say she is a working woman or something, she may need assistance. So she gives birth to the child, and there will be somebody else, a nanny, to take care of the child. Right? But Bhagavan, where will he go for some nanny to babysit his child? His child is this entire universe. Poor thing, he cannot find a babysitter. Right? He cannot find somebody else to take care of us. It is only he who takes care of us. No? Such a nice Bhagavan. So, Bhagavan created this Srishti, and he is also taking care of his child, his Srishti. And he provides us with all what we need. And he initiates this Srishti, and he also withdraws it at the right time. Okay? He knows when to create and when to withdraw also. For some time we will have something, maybe we have bought something new, something that we liked, and we kept using it, and there will be one time we lose it. We would have misplaced it. Or in travel or somewhere we go, we would have lost it. Right? It goes out of our, range of even finding it out as to where we missed. It can even be specs. Mostly it's the specs. For many it is the mobile phone. Okay? That is one thing where we invest a lot of money, but it is not investment, it's an expense. Okay? It does not give you any return. So just understand that it is not anybody's mistake. Even if somebody steals it from you, it is not anybody's mistake or something. Okay? It is because that product has served the purpose with you and it has gone away from you. That is also Ishvara's Srishti only. Now that doesn't mean that you must bear with all the crime. Okay? That you do whatever you have to do. But understand within yourself, understand that as much as creation, sustenance is Ishvara, even withdrawing every part of this Srishti is the job of Ishvara and is well within the order. It is all in the order. Anything that happens to me is all within the order. This one thing, if you can assimilate this one thing, you will be freed of so many stress and strain in your mind. You can be free. It is all in the order. Therefore I take it. And the entire Jagat that is functioning, Srishti Sthiti Laya, Srishti Sthiti Laya. Every minute this Srishti Sthiti Laya is happening. Are you aware of this? It is not that Srishti happened at one point of time, now Sthiti is happening, and only in Pralaya Laya will happen. No. Now it's almost half an hour we started this class. You are not the same person you were half an hour before, biologically, even biologically speaking. Are you aware of that? Millions of cells in your body have died and new cells are born in this half an hour time, right? Srishti Sthiti Laya is happening continuously, and this cosmic movement, this cosmic dance of everything even at the subatomic level, this cosmic dance, this is depicted by the Ananda Thandavam of Nataraja. It is this alone that is depicted by Nataraja, where he places one foot down and one foot above, and his jata flying, which means that he is in violent motion, continuous motion. That is when your hair will fly, right? So that is depicted. And this today being a wonderful day of Ardra Darshana, there is a story where Patanjali Maharishi wanted to have darshan of Chidambara Nataraja. Okay, so he came down to Chidambaram and he was not allowed inside because Nandi Bhagavan did not allow him inside. He said, no, my boss is taking rest now, you are not allowed inside. It was Nandi's Garva, it was said to be Nandi's Garva that he did not let Patanjali inside. And Patanjali Rishi, being a pro in Sanskritam, decided to give back to Nandi properly, decided to give a fitting reply to Nandi. So he composed a stotram on Nataraja, which is today called Charana Shringa Rahita Nataraja Stotram. Charana Shringa means Padam, no? Kal in Tamil. Shringa means Kombu, the horns. When you write in Sanskritam, when you write Devanagari Lipi, you have A Shabda, Dirgha Shabda, for which you put one kal, no? That is called Charana. That is what is indicated by Charana. And you have Shabdas that have A, O, for which you put a horn, no? A, O, Au. You put horns, right? So he composed a stotram in Sanskritam without Dirgha Shabda, A Shabda, which is Charana Rahitam, and also which does not have the horns. Shringarahitam. No A, O, Au Shabda also. Very beautiful composition. It's something like this. Sadanchita mudanchita nikunchita padam jalalajanchalita manjukatakam patanjali driganjana mananjana machanchala padam janana banjanakaram kadambaruchiram paravasam paramamambuda kadamba kavidam bagagalam chidambudi manimbuda hridambujaravim parachidam baranatam hridi bhaja. Like this he composed 10 shlokas, and by the time he sang the 10th verse, Nataraja was so impressed, Mahadeva was so impressed that he came out of the temple and he started dancing in front of Patanjali Rishi. And Nandi, who obstructed Patanjali, now Patanjali was telling, see, now I need not have to go, he has come to see me. And that is supposed to be, the Garva Bhanga of Nandi. So anyway, this Ananda Tandavam of Nataraja is that which, the entire cosmic movement is represented as the Ananda Tandavam of Nataraja. This Tandavam is Srishti, and when he stops dancing, it's Pralaya. The entire Srishti is resolved into him. So, the Srishti and Pralaya is the dance and the withdrawal of dance is depicted as the dancing of Nataraja and the withdrawal of his dancing. So, that is Bhuta Bhavaha. He is the creator and the sustainer. And of course, we have to supply that he is also the resolution ground of this Srishti. So, we have the 9 namas in the first shloka, the second shloka. Putatma Paramatma cha Muktanam Paramagatihi Avyayah Purushas Sakshi Kshetrajñokshara evacha. This shloka has 8 namas. So 9 plus 8, 17 namas, right? In the first 2 shlokas. We completed 9 namas in the first shloka itself. So in this shloka we start from the 10th nama. Okay? We will have continuous numbering so that we will have our 1008 namas by the time we finish 108. So the initial shlokas, we will take time to explain every nama because every nama is very deep. Going forward, we may not take this much time to explain every nama. It could be a simpler one. Putatma. Putatma means when Ishvara manifested in the form of this world, then everything that was created is part of the Srishti is him only. Therefore, not only every body is him, also every mind is his manifestation. Right? And every mind meaning, how do you experience your mind? We experience our mind in the form of thoughts. Right? So, every mind is Ishvara. Every thought also is Ishvara, should belong to him only. Therefore, when the mind itself is Ishvara, then every confusion should be Ishvara. All the confusions in my mind. Therefore, now imagine, I have only one mind and I am a confused person. Okay? Now, who is Ishvara? Ishvara is total. So, what is his mind? His mind is all the minds, not the total mind. So, he is the abode of all confusion. He must be the most confused person. So, do we say that? He is the most confused person? No. He uses Maya And Maya we saw is Trigunatmika, has three gunas, Sattva guna, Rajo guna and Tamo guna. Through Sattva or through Rajo guna, he creates this universe, keeping the gunas of Maya under his control. He created this universe using the Rajo guna. He sustains this universe using the Sattva guna, and he withdraws the entire universe using the Tamo guna. Now we will have one more question. Now if he is having Maya along with him, now Maya has three gunas, is he not tainted by the gunas of Maya? His actions are not tainted, so does he become a Rajasic person? Does he become a Sattvic person? Or does he become a Tamasic person? Suppose just, now this is one big pot and this is one small pot. Okay, now let's imagine that these two pots are blessed with human mind. Okay, this pot has a human mind and this pot also has a human mind. So what will happen? They will start talking to each other, or at least they will start comparing themselves with each other. Okay, so this pot will look at this pot first, say, oh, this has a bright color and this is so big, he's so tall, I am so short, and he has a nice shape, I don't have proper shape at all. He is looking new and I look very old. Now all these comparison will happen. All these attributes, tall, fat, color is good, bright, all these are attributes of the pot. Right? It is not the attribute of the space that is inside. Just the same way, the Lord, who is the content in every, who is the indweller in every body, in every being, is not tainted by the attributes or the thoughts, the gunas of any being. He is untouched. Though he is everywhere, he is the knower, he is the indweller of everything, he is still not affected by anything. This is what Krishna said in Gita, though I am the creator, I am not affected by anything. Tasya kartaram api mam akartaram avyayam viddhi. I don't undergo any change and I don't undergo any modification, nor I am tainted with any of the gunas of the product. So, because we have the Ardra Darshan, I choose to stop the class here. We will summarize this Nama once again, Putatma, in our upcoming class, and we will go forward with the other Namas to come. So we have the Nataraja Abhishekam and Puja, followed by the Margari Mahotsavam, the Pravachanam of Tirupave. So those who are willing to join may join with the link, that is YouTube link, that is provided, that will be provided and shared in our Vishnu Sahasranamam group. So we will end the class here. We will have the next class next week, same time, and from next week onwards, hopefully we will have 1 hour sessions. Hari Om. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.